Popular for his captivating performances in Peaky Blinders, Dunkirk and Oppenheimer, Irish actor Cillian Murphy has taken the world by storm. But did you know about his deep passion for music?
I really wanted to be a musician for years and years and years.
To chase this dream, he started playing in a band in the early 90s. Notably, one of the band members was Murphy's brother.
My brother is an excellent pianist, jazz. He's really, really good. And he used to play in the band with me. We were called the Sons of Mr. Green Jeans.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
This band name was adapted from a song by American musician and composer Frank Zappa. Zappa was known for blending a staggering number of styles into his songs, making his work nearly impossible to categorize. Murphy and his band were inspired by this fearless experimentation and also started blending multiple genres together.
It's not constrained by any formula. This is the freedom to go a bit further with music and to try different styles and different modes and mix down to something different.
Embracing this experimental spirit, the band fused rock, funk and jazz, with Murphy on rhythm guitar and vocals. The early days for the Sons of Mr. Green Jeans were filled with a raw energy typical for young bands. With their roots in Ireland's second biggest city, Cork, they would practice for hours on end at Murphy's parents' house. Their school, furthermore, allowed them to play lunchtime concerts, giving them their first opportunity to play in front of a crowd. These performances required dedicated preparation. The band had to rehearse their 20-minute set diligently beforehand. While the rehearsals weren't always appreciated by the neighbours, the lunchtime concerts at school garnered the band a local following. From here, it wouldn't take long for interest in the band to reach beyond school walls. Local pubs and hotels around Cork soon invited them to perform. This was their chance to experience the thrill of a bigger audience and stage. One venue in Cork particularly holds a special place in the heart of Cillian Murphy.
Connolly's of Lepp. I used to play there a lot when I was a kid. I spent many hours, many days playing there in a band when I was a youngster. I have a very strong emotional connection to the place. It's a really beautiful part of Ireland. It's a completely unique venue with its own totally unique personality. You know, you go in there, you see posters and flyers of every single band that have ever played there, and I've had some of the greatest nights of my life in that pub.
Squeezed into a cosy room that could only hold about 150 people, the Sons of Mr. Green Jeans played many a packed-out show at that venue. Bob Jackson, a band member and longtime friend, recalled Cillian's natural charisma as a frontman during these gigs. He was comfortable talking to the crowd. He was natural in that context from a very young age. Even looking back at a video of us from about 14 years of age, you can see that he's leaning into the camera, and he's a brilliant rhythm guitarist and songwriter. With the help of Murphy's ability to connect with the audience and his evident talent as a musician, the band's reputation grew steadily. Whispers of a promising future began to circulate, so much so that by 1997 they were offered a 5-album contract, a potential turning point for the band.
Oh, we were offered a record deal, but then our various parents intervened.
Because you were kids?
Well, I was of age, but my brother was only 16 or something. And then a few of the other parents didn't approve. And it was a shitty deal. It wouldn't have got worked out.
Moreover, at this point in time, Murphy was exposed to theatre, where acting slowly started to interest him. His English teacher already recognised his potential years prior and encouraged him to pursue acting. After giving the advice some effort, it wouldn't take long before acting opportunities began knocking on Murphy's door, putting him on a crossroad between either pursuing music or acting. Being offered a role in a play called Disco Pigs, however, ended up being decisive. It is here where a love for storytelling and portraying complex characters grew on Murphy. From here, acting seemed like a potential career path.
But the music thing obviously was a dream.
It totally was, yeah. Yeah. And then it just died.
By 2002, after starring in the movie 28 Days Later, his acting career started flourishing. Quite by surprise, the movie became an international hit.
And that is a film I'm very proud of, and for some reason it resonated with people. So that's where people began to attempt to pronounce my name.
Despite trading his potential career in music for one in acting, Murphy's love for music persisted. Starting from 2020, he showcased his passion on the alternative radio station BBC Radio 6.
On the best radio station in the world, 6 Music, thank you for having me back.
As a presenter of his show called Limited Edition, Murphy gave listeners a glimpse into his vast and unusual musical taste.
There'll be a lot of interesting music. I hope music that you guys will find interesting. So there'll be new stuff, there'll be old stuff, there'll be weird stuff, there'll be cranky stuff, there'll be sad stuff, there'll be hopeful stuff.
Over the span of 16 episodes, he curated a show with a selection from established artists and hidden gems alike. In total, Murphy played over 400 songs, giving fans a unique window into his musical taste. He wasn't afraid to challenge listeners with unexpected choices, but also weaved in some of his long-time favourite established artists, creating a show that felt both unpredictable and personal. A perhaps admirable trait of Cillian Murphy is that he is not doing any of this for extra financial gain, but simply because he enjoys the art of being involved in the music community so much. Every 2 years in his hometown of Cork, he contributes his time and expertise to a local music festival called Sounds from a Safe Harbour. There he co-curates the lineup of musicians who play throughout the city, potentially boosting their careers. But perhaps the most striking example of his altruism is him quietly starring in an indie music video for fellow Irish musician Fionn Regan back in 2017. In a beautifully shot night scene, we see Murphy as the main character, anxious, lonely, and troubled, but perhaps best described by the director of the video. The theme of the song is about healing after trauma, and we really wanted the viewer to sense the character's anxiety as he tries to find a way to a healing path. It says a lot about Cillian's performance that he can command the screen for 5 minutes without introducing any overly dramatic arcs. It was quite a special project to work on. Notably, it was Murphy himself who approached Regan to star in a video for him. This seems to underscore his genuine passion for music and his willingness to contribute his talents to projects that resonate with him on a creative level. Comments under the video echoed this thought. It's so refreshing to see such a famous and respected actor in an indie music video. In a world where it's becoming ever more common to attempt to impress others, Cillian Murphy's humility is remarkable to say the least. Despite achieving international acclaim for his roles, Murphy avoids the trappings of fame. Unlike many celebrities who cultivate a presence on various social media platforms, Murphy remains deliberately absent from it. He has no interest in the validation or self-promotion that social media could provide him. Furthermore, Murphy has openly expressed his dislike for interviews, preferring to let his work speak for itself. This aversion to self-promotion and social media reinforces the genuine nature of Murphy's artistic pursuits. He isn't driven by a desire for fame. Rather, his motivations lie in a deep love to contribute to an art form that seems meaningful to him. Murphy's quiet dedication to both acting and music serve as a refreshing counterpoint, a testament to the power of pursuing one's passions for the sheer joy it brings. Even though acting has taken centre stage in Cillian Murphy's life, his dedication to music, both through his own exploration and support for others, continues to paint a well-rounded picture of the person he is behind the characters he plays. Perhaps, with his ever-evolving interests, Murphy will surprise us again by blending his acting and musical passions in some future project.